We've all seen tools like Monday.com that take your existing calendar, including your previously scheduled events, and plan out your week for you. Well, in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to build using BuildShip and the power of AI. Imagine having a personal assistant that not only understands your commitments, but also intelligently schedules them around your existing appointments. We'll be leveraging BuildShip's powerful automation capabilities, Claude AI for powerful decision-making, and integrations with Airtable and Google Calendar to bring it all together. This custom-built scheduler will take your weekly commitments from Airtable, look at your existing Google Calendar events, and then use AI to optimally schedule everything for you. It'll consider factors like the time required for each task, any scheduling guidelines, and ensure that there are no conflicts with your existing commitments. The best part, once we set this all up, it will run automatically every week, keeping both your calendar and your time optimized without any manual intervention. Let's start here in BuildShip with our weekly scheduler template. This template is set up to run every week, and we can select the time zone, time of day, and weekday. Next, we'll use the Claude Assistant node to build an AI assistant specialized in scheduling and calendar management. We're going to give it a whole list of commitments that we want scheduled for the upcoming work week. It needs to look at our existing calendar and avoid any overlaps, and then schedule all of the commitments we've listed between 9 to 5. In the user prompt, we've given it the date because AI models often don't know the current date. Use the same time zone formatting that's used in the trigger node. And then we'll use Claude 3.5 Sonnet to be our scheduler. You can use any of the Claude models. And in fact, as more Claude models come to market, you might find a better option. For now, 3.5 Sonnet works perfectly. We've given our Claude Assistant 3 tools to use. The first is our overview tool. This is where we'll list out our weekly commitments that we want to make sure are scheduled in our diary. We'll use Airtable for this, and you'll find a link to the Airtable template in the information panel in BuildShip. This Airtable template includes 3 columns: a commitment column, an hours required column, and a scheduling guidelines column. This allows us to put a title for each commitment we want to ensure is scheduled every week in our calendar. The hours required column allows us to dictate the number of hours we want our scheduler to ensure are booked into our calendar. And the scheduling guidelines column is our opportunity to guide our assistant around where we normally like each commitment being scheduled. For example, client 1 might need to be skewed towards the start of the week and mornings, or we might only be able to get time with client 2 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoons, for whatever reason. We can also be vague. Lunch, half an hour each day. Our assistant will know that lunch should be around lunchtime and will schedule accordingly. Alternatively, we might have some of those commitments like the kids pickup, which just needs to be at 3 p.m. every day, and our assistant will make sure that that happens. For our overview node, we'll need to get an API key from Airtable, and we get this by going into our account section and clicking on Go to Developer Hub. Give your token a name so you remember it later, and then add in scopes. Now, scopes really are just the type of control or access that a token has to your Airtable. For this example, we'll want to select Data Records Read and also Schema Bases Read. Finally, add a base Airtable database, and then click Create Token. Once your token has been created, copy it, and make sure you add it back into the BuildShip secrets section, so it's stored securely and encrypted in Google Cloud. Next, you'll want to find the base ID and table ID of the Airtable template you've copied. BuildShip tells you where to find this in the URL of your Airtable document. So just copy and paste those sections of the URL back into BuildShip. If you're using this method with the Airtable node, you won't need an API URL. Next, in the Get Calendar node, you'll need to authenticate with your Google Calendar credentials. You can ensure you're always authenticated by checking if you've got a blue thumbprint. If it's red, just click it again and re-authenticate. Now we'll need a calendar ID, and you get this in Google Calendar. from the calendar that you're looking to schedule your items from. Click the three dots, click on sharing, and scroll down until you find the calendar ID under Integrate Calendar. Copy this over to BuildShip. You might also want to consider storing this calendar ID in secrets if other people potentially have access to this workflow. That will ensure it's kept secret. In the Schedule tool, add the calendar ID into this node as well. And as always, just check that you have a blue thumbprint. If not, click it and log in. We're getting our assistant to fill in the title of the event, the description, and the start and end times. But you have a couple of extra options here. Transparency indicates whether your calendar will show as free or busy, and color code we've labeled as 5, which is a yellow that will stand out against the rest of our events. Now all that's left to do is hit ship and run a test. And just like magic, our assistant will fill out our calendar for the week, ensuring that everything is taken care of. Those hours are all allocated, and if there are any conflicts, like our round table conflicting with our kids' pickup, it will let us know. You can combine the weekly scheduler template and the Claude assistant with the hundreds of nodes and integrations that BuildShip supports. Let it notify you via Telegram or Slack. Let it send an email with this summary. The possibilities are endless. I hope you've liked this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. But most of all, let's BuildShip.